Should I start?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So see, अभी पॉइंट बी का वेलोसिटी फाइंड आउट किया और अब पॉइंट सी का वेलोसिटी फाइंड आउट किया. पॉइंट we are finding velocity of point C with respect to point B. So this is the vector velocity of point C with respect to B. We don't know the magnitude because we don't know the angular velocity of length BC. But direction we are knowing that direction of velocity of point C with respect to point B will be perpendicular to this length BC. ये दोनों पॉइंट को जो लाइन ज्वाइन कर रही है लिंक BC इसको परपेंडिकुलर रहेगा. ओके, सो इफ we can draw vector in half manner. In half manner means what? That we can at least draw the direction if we cannot draw it with proper magnitude. So if I want to draw this vector, you tell me what will be the name for this vector velocity of C with respect to B?
CB.
BC.
BC,
BC.
small BC.
Small BC.
देखो, तो आपको पता है कि पॉइंट बी से स्टार्ट होगा. ये जो वेक्टर है कहाँ से स्टार्ट हो रहा है? स्मॉल पॉइंट बी से स्टार्ट हो रहा है. मीन्स यहाँ से स्टार्ट करना है आपको. ठीक है, और डायरेक्शन के बारे में क्या पता है कि डायरेक्शन ये लिंक बीसी को परपेंडिकुलर रहेगा. तो अभी आप ड्राइंग इंस्ट्रूमेंट्स यूज करोगे और ये लिंक बीसी जो है इसको परपेंडिकुलर ड्रॉ करोगे. कहाँ से स्टार्ट करना है? पॉइंट बी से. इसको लिंक BC को परपेंडिकुलर. फॉर एग्जांपल आई विल एक्सटेंड लिंक BC लाइक दिस. अब ये लाइन को परपेंडिकुलर B पॉइंट से ऐसे जाएगा ये वेक्टर. अभी इसको कितना आगे तक या पीछे तक ले जाना है? I don't know whether it will be upward or downward. I have just drawn a line and I know that on this particular line, which point will be there? Small point C. ये जो लाइन मैंने इसमें ड्रॉ किया है, I have drawn it to find the small point C. I don't know exactly whether it will be on upward side or downward side and at what distance. That I don't know. Okay, so I have written it like this. Next, now you concentrate to find the velocity of point C with respect to point D. Okay, so I will write another equation. See, it is the equation which is not completely solved. So in order to find the point C, I will need one more equation. I will take the velocity of point C with respect to any other point. पहले मैंने क्या किया था? velocity of C लिया था with respect to point B. अब मैं क्या करूंगा? velocity of point C लूंगा with respect to point D. Okay, so उसके लिए equation लिखूंगा. I will write the equation for that. So I will write velocity of point C with respect to point D. Okay, again I know the formula for it. Formula will be the distance between these 2 points, CD into omega CD. Correct. Again, I will know from the formula that angular velocity of link CD is not given. So I cannot find the magnitude. Okay. Actually, I have been asked to find the angular velocity. So, okay, I don't know the magnitude, but do I know the direction? direction of this velocity of point C with respect to D. So first of all, what I will see whether point
Yes.
C, yes, whether point C and D are on same link. Yes, point C and D are on same link. So velocity of point C with respect to D, this velocity will be perpendicular to link CD. ये link CD को ऐसे perpendicular होगा. Velocity of point C with respect to D. Okay, we know the direction. Now let us see what is the label for this vector. What will be the name of this vector? Velocity of C with respect to D?
BC.
DC, small dc. So D पॉइंट से स्टार्ट करना है, ये वेक्टर जो है D पॉइंट से स्टार्ट करना है. तो D पॉइंट यहाँ पर है, D पॉइंट यहाँ पे है, और डायरेक्शन क्या है इस वेक्टर का? लिंक CD को परपेंडिकुलर. तो इसके आप परपेंडिकुलर ड्रॉ करो, इसको लिंक CD को परपेंडिकुलर कहाँ से स्टार्ट करना है? D से. ओके, तो कुछ इस तरह मैं ड्रॉ करूंगा like this. And why I am drawing this line? I want to find out this point, C point. Okay, ये लाइन आप इधर भी ड्रॉ कर सकते हो. You can draw it in this direction also, upward. But I am coming downward because I have already drawn a line which is in search of point C, which is present here. I know that if I will draw the vector in this direction, I can meet it. Okay, and I will get an intersection point here. So this intersection point will be on both the line, on this line also and on this line also. So in this way, I can find the point C, which is here. Got it?
Yes, sir.
जो लिंक हमने वेक्टर जो ड्रॉ किया डी सी, ये वेक्टर लिंक सी डी को परपेंडिकुलर, इसको परपेंडिकुलर इस तरह. Okay, so you have found the location of point A, D, C and B. All the points have been located in this diagram. Means your diagram is complete. It is called as velocity diagram or velocity polygon. So I will call it velocity diagram. Velocity diagram. If point on the velocity diagrams are same as points on the configuration diagram, your diagram is complete. Okay, now you can label it. For example, if I show the vector like this, then this vector DC, it will show you as arrow is pointing towards point C. It is velocity of which point? Velocity of point C. With respect to which point? The earlier one. So you can say, show it like velocity of C with respect to point D, or velocity of point C with respect to point A. That is also correct. Or you can keep it like this only, velocity of point C, because A and D are fixed point. Because A and D are fixed point. Okay. So when velocity polygon is complete, now you do the calculation. What have you been asked? क्या find out करना है? Angular velocity of link CD. So where is the angular velocity of link CD? See, this is the formula which you have written. इसमें आपको angular velocity of link CD दिखता है, omega CD. So let us find out this omega CD. Omega CD is equal to velocity of C with respect to D upon CD. Okay. velocity of c with respect to d. So velocity of c with respect to d, ये वेक्टर कौन सा है? This vector is nothing but dc. ये वेक्टर है जो आपने ड्रॉ किया है, dc. So I will write down dc is the vector. Okay, but in order to draw the velocity polygon, आपने कुछ स्केल कंसिडर किया था. What was that scale? kv. kv इक्वल टू 10 मीन्स आपने 10 से रिड्यूस किया था. तो ओरिजिनल कितना होगा? इसको kv से आपको मल्टीप्लाई करना पड़ेगा, वेलोसिटी फैक्टर. इसका जितना भी लेंथ आता है mm में, ये जो वेक्टर आपने ड्रॉ किया इसको mm में मेजर करो. dc कितना mm है और उसको kv से मल्टीप्लाई करो. ओके, दैट इज ओरिजिनल लेंथ अपॉन cd. What is the original distance between point c and point d? Okay, so original distance of between point c and point d is nothing but what is the length of link cd. Length cd का कितना लेंथ है? 80 mm. So 80 mm. Here kv is 10 और dc आपने अभी फाइंड आउट किया, कितना है dc? तो dc आपने फाइंड आउट किया, कितना आएगा? वेक्टर ए बी cd 0.385 मीन्स ये जो आएगा 0.385 ये है मीटर पर सेकेंड. मीन्स mm में कितना आएगा? 38.5 mm पर सेकेंड, 385. तो ये जो लेंथ मिलेगा आपको ये अराउंड 38.5 मिलेगा. लिंक डीसी 38.5 mm around, and then you can solve it and find the angular velocity of link CD. Okay, समझ में आया आपको?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, what is important is the direction of vector. वेलोसिटी परपेंडिकुलर तभी होगा जब दोनों पॉइंट सेम लिंक पर है. जैसे हमने वेलोसिटी ऑफ c विद रिस्पेक्ट टू b लिखा था. Yes, these 2 points are on same link, which is link BC. So direction of velocity of c with respect to v will be perpendicular to this. Similarly, it is also correct that direction of velocity of b with respect to c. ऐसे भी लिख सकते हो आप. और ये जो डायरेक्शन है ये इसको परपेंडिकुलर होना. ओके, बट जनरली व्हाट वी डू, बी हमने पहले ही लोकेट किया है, तो इट इज नॉट अ गुड पॉइंट टू फाइंड द वेलोसिटी ऑफ बी. व्हाट इज, you write the velocity of unknown point, you write the velocity of c with respect to point b. Don't write like this, velocity of point b with respect to c, क्योंकि point b का तो b तो ऑलरेडी लोकेटेड है. हमें किसको लोकेट करना है? पॉइंट c को, इसलिए हमने वेलोसिटी ऑफ c लिखा विद रिस्पेक्ट टू b. सिमिलरली यहाँ पे लिखा हमने वेलोसिटी ऑफ c विद रिस्पेक्ट टू d. इसको ऐसे नहीं लिखा वेलोसिटी ऑफ d विद रिस्पेक्ट टू c, क्योंकि d पॉइंट तो ऑलरेडी हमारे पास है, इट इज ऑलरेडी देयर, वी हैव फाउंड इट बिकॉज इट इज अ फिक्स्ड पॉइंट. दैट्स व्हाई वी रोट द वेलोसिटी ऑफ अननोन पॉइंट दैट इज c विद रिस्पेक्ट टू द नोन पॉइंट d. ओके, so omega cd find out कर लिया. Similarly, if it is asked find out the angular velocity of link bc also, then you can use this formula. So omega bc will be equal to vcb upon bc. Now velocity of c with respect to b is denoted by which vector? bc. So you will measure this distance bc. Velocity of, it is what? The arrow is towards point c, so it is velocity of point c with respect to point b. Similarly, it is velocity of c with respect to point d But as D is the fixed point, you can write velocity of C with respect to D as velocity of point C only. Similarly, this arrow is indicating towards point B, so it is velocity of point B. Okay, with respect to point A. Point A is fixed point. That's why I am not mentioning here. Or I can also mention here, should not be any problem with that. Okay.
Yes,
So
sir.
I will keep this problem also in your IA. You do the practice of it. I will change like dimensions, dimensions of link. I will change some given data and I will put it like in as it is in your IA exam. Okay, it is drawn. This is the solution. Any question which you people want to ask? I want to tell you that I have seen that only 3 attempts are there in your prerequisite test. Only 3 people have attempted. Next, only one person has submitted the assignment. Assignment 1. Okay. So I'm thinking that what I tell you, that there will be some punishment penalty for it. Okay. I will give you one more chance after IA for submission of the prerequisite test as well as assignment 1. But assignment 1 marks will be given out of it because of late submission. And unless I get the required assignment, I will not grant the number. Only because now your IA is so near. So I'm not telling you to submit before the IA. I will give you a span of like 5 days after IA. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So that's it for today. We'll stop here.
So I have one request.
So,
Yes.
So can you make this file available on Moodle for us?
Which file?
The one you are teaching from today.
This relative velocity. It is there, I think. It is there.
So all old notes are there on Moodle.
Yes, but PPTs you will get. Whatever you can see here, which I have written, that will not be there. Like this.
so for IA, like question 2 and 3, there will be only numericals.
There will be MCQs. Okay, say MCQs for 10 marks. Then
Yes.
there will be 5 marks questions. Two questions will be of 5 marks. So 10 marks plus this 10. So 20 marks will be there. So in 5 marks question, both are there. Theory as well as numerical.
Okay.
Okay. And you all people need to prepare well because there are chances that everybody will get a different question. Question will not repeat, probably. Prepare well for, okay? And best of luck. Anything else?
No, sir.
See, I
No,
can
sir.
show you where it is on Moodle. These PPTs are on Moodle. You can go through it. KOM PPTs, like a folder is there, KOM PPTs. Then therein you can find.
Okay, sir.
Okay, sir.
If you don't find, please remind me on my WhatsApp. So I will put it if you don't find. Okay. Okay then. Bye.
Thank you, sir.
Bye, sir.